Currently in the Bay Area, there's about 10 million gallons of waste oil. It takes less energy to produce the fuel from waste oil than it does to produce it from virgin oil. So it's actually a cleaner, environmentally friendly fuel because of the fact that it's a waste product. This is the first stage of the process. This is where we settle out the waste oil before it goes into our reactor. It's kind of where we get rid of all the junk and particles and french fries and all the stuff that does not go into the fuel. So this is our reactor room. This is where we actually mix the biodiesel. Basically what we do is we pump the waste oil, comes in this line from the other room. Then we pump in our methanol and our methyl oxide come in, and then they go into this mixer tube. Basically, and what we do is we pump it around in a big circle until the reaction's done. Depending on what temperature we're running on, it can happen anywhere within 10 minutes to 10 hours. After it's done in here, this is what it looks like. You can see it's clean fuel, and at this point it basically goes into our filter and polishing stage.
When we first started using biodiesel about 3 years ago, our concerns were, would the performance be the same in our vehicles? Would we have to pay a lot more money for it? And would it really make a difference? What we've learned since that time is that biodiesel burns 75% cleaner than standard diesel. We found that there's been, if anything, a better performance. The last 2 or 3 years we've been using biodiesel in our trucks and heavy equipment. When we pull into a service station now, we have a choice. We can use biodiesel or regular diesel. Biodiesel used to be a little bit more expensive when we first started using it, about 30 cents a gallon more. But it's one thing we can do to lessen the pollution on the planet. Biodiesel burns cleaner, produces 75% less CO2 emissions, and now it costs about the same. So for us, there's absolutely no reason not to use it. It'll work in any diesel engine. We use it in our heavy equipment, in all of our commercial trucks, and my pickup.
Hi, my name's Debbie Baskin, and I'm a co-owner with my son Devin of Eco Motors here in Petaluma. We opened up to sell alternative and ecologically friendly vehicles. Any diesel vehicle can be run on biodiesel, and conversion's not necessary. The biodiesel is compatible with the diesel vehicles as long as they're older than 1982. Primarily dealt with people who are fairly well educated and come to us specifically because they want to drive a more green vehicle. We really like to see people putting their money where their values are. So we really like to see people being willing to spend a little more for a diesel vehicle or a little more for a hybrid vehicle to support the technology, to show the auto manufacturers that that's where people's thoughts and wishes are. And in that way, I think that we can all participate in moving us all closer to our solution.
Most people think hybrids are the most fuel-efficient vehicles on the road, and really the diesels are better if you do mainly freeway driving. The new Jetta diesels, like the one behind me, the black car, get over 50 miles to the gallon on the freeway. People think biodiesel is something you can just go get at McDonald's, you know, straight out of their used grease, but it's not. It's really a refined fuel, and it's made to run in a regular diesel engine, so you don't need to modify a normal diesel car to run biodiesel.
I bought a hybrid because I wanted to save money. That was the first thing. It doesn't hurt my feelings that it's better on the environment. I bought this particular vehicle because it's got a lot of room. It's very comfortable. It's got a lot of storage space inside, and I can pretty well trust that a Toyota is going to last a long time, and at 40,000 miles a year, I need a car that's going to last. So we've got consumption, and we've got an average. It averages over 5 minutes. If I put it in gear when we're in consumption, and then release the brake a little bit, you can see that the battery is running to the wheels. When you're using the vehicle and running around, you'll get lines from the electric motor or lines from the gas motor telling you where the power is coming from and going to. And then when you're using the car, You get a miles per gallon. This is the current miles per gallon. Obviously none, because we're not moving. And then 5 minutes, every 5 minutes you get an average of your miles per gallon for the last 30 minutes. A lot more people are going to be buying alternative vehicles because it's just a pocketbook issue.